We'd like to, of course, say again, thank you to our sponsors. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you to Owen Radical for sponsoring the prize cash awards tonight for our films. Thank you all. Thank you very much to our filmmakers. If you made a film, if you could, please stand up. We'd like to thank and acknowledge you specifically. Don't be shy. Go ahead. Come in. There's one of you. Okay, have a seat. If you would, the feature filmmakers are out of time. If you remain standing real quick for us, please. We'd like to be able to mention that these movies that are made here are part of a process that we do. Is we send these, about 15% of these movies end up going forward, depending on their numbers and how they rate it, to our jury. Jury watches them, they send them to us, and this year is by far the most difficult year that we've ever had, trying to figure out how this went together. And we want to certainly acknowledge you all and thank you all very much. Specifically, we want to mention that Byron, your film was nominated for Best Effects, so we want you to know that. Martin, John, and Tyler, your films are nominated for Best Feature. We don't make a big deal about putting those out there because we want those films all, if you play a thriller chiller, you got in on just grit and integrity. It's fantastic. We want to thank you all for being here very much. Woo!
This year, though, you can go ahead.
See, we can't see you, so you'll have to trust that you guys. Are we Catholic?
So the way that awards are chosen are by our judges that we have, kind of a local celebrity judges and some filmmakers from Michigan area. We got Stephanie Webb from Take 5, Grand Rapids, John Serpa from M-Live and Grand Rapids Press Film Critic, Tim Doty from Fox 17, Mark France here, special effects filmmaker, special effects artist, and Joe Osborne, who also has the 01 Radical Film Award that he will give out as well.
Zombie or post-apocalyptic.
So all the nominees are sent to them, and it is all kind of in that way taken out of our hands as directors because we've spent so much time with all of these movies that we want fresh eyes to see these. And this year, the awards are pretty much all international. They went to films outside of the country, which, you know, we love to hand these to people who are here, but this year it just kind of is the way that it went, and I think that if you do watch the movies, you will agree that they were pretty amazing films.
Which is why we have a jury the way we do it. We form a bond relationship with all the filmmakers that come here, Michigan filmmakers do. And it's difficult, and it sucks for us, but it's also really important to demonstrate that the reason they are important, the Groovies have that part of the industry, is because they are formed and based in integrity. And that is just, we have to follow the rules that we laid out, even though we want to try to break them. So, in a moment, we'll list those, and then we'll talk about movies. Okay, so if we're good, we're gonna go down to one that won for Best Feature.
Okay, so we will just, because they're all Germans and so they're not here. We'll just run through. I would like to show that the awards do again like that. They'll spin if you, so we will run through them. Best Feature this year went to For No Eyes Only, German film. Best Short went to Killer.
Which in some ways is hands down. I mean, everybody went insane for that. We're like, oh, all right. I mean, that was the easiest one we had to figure out.
It's cool too that it's kind of an action film, and having one of our awards go to something outside of the horror genre, definitely outside of the horror genre, is nice to see. Best Thrill was On Air, which is interesting because 2 years ago we had the short on air here, the short film, and they won Best Chill with the short, and now they have won Best Thrill with the feature. So the feature is really an amazing adaptation from the short film.
And if you don't want to see MH, which I don't know why anybody here would want to, it is playing at 9 o'clock over in the
I would go over there.
produce a film.
So, and Best Chill went to Cold Turkey. Did anyone in here see Cold Turkey? You could probably vouch for that as Best Chill. It's very, it's hard to watch.
Yeah.
It's,
Best thrill goes with like the one that keeps you on the edge of your seat. That's how the word is described. And then best chill is one that makes you like sit back in your seat, don't make it stop, make it stop.
almost like you don't want to look at it, but you can't take your eyes away. And yeah. Best effects went to Nover, which was a short film that played earlier today. Kind of a sci-fi film in a short version.
And the effects award is because the effects help supplement and they're part of the story. So in a way, we don't do cinematography, acting, that we don't feel dicing the movie up into its parts to celebrate one piece over with. It takes a team, it takes a group, it takes an entire village and a neighborhood to make them. We want to celebrate them as a whole. But in this case, because we are a festival that celebrates genre, the effects in this case is an important thing to acknowledge, and that's part of the overall story of Nowhere Named It.
And then is Joe Osborne here? Do you want to come up and talk
Joe,
about the
would you like
movie?
to do the radical, or would you like us to keep going?
Oh, here it comes.
Here we go. Awesome.
Hello, my name's Joe Osborne. I think most of you have been seeing me around here for the past couple of years. I started the Owen Radical Film Company, and I've been pairing up with Thriller Cheddar here to help promote films. And I've started the Owen Radical Film Award, and this year's winner is Dust of War.
What we give Joe is all of our zombie post-apocalyptic movies that we get submitted to the festival, or that we accept into the festival. So that was what you really liked, and that was, so he watches all of them.
In
And
addition to
so,
the other 20 hours of movies, he had an additional 15.
right, so anything with a zombie post-apocalyptic theme, that is what Joe looks at, and that is what the Radical looks at.
So your next movie, make it set 2020, like 4 years in the future, broke up with broken cars and radios in it, and Joe probably
He'll have to watch it, because that's what we
he'll
do.
have to.
Okay, and then, so now, are we ready?
All right, so with that said, the Boomstick Award, we do that to celebrate the Best Michigan Movie. It can be a feature, short. Several factors go into capturing that this year. And I'll certainly say that this year, just like any other year, is insanely difficult. This so it should go to America's Most Wanted, because I absolutely am a fan and love that movie.
And it should also go to Devils in the Darkness.
But since we can't destroy our festival,
No, we're
one
not.
fell swoop with the award that goes to each other. No, we wouldn't do that.
Yeah, we're not doing
We're not
that.
gonna do that. We would like to acknowledge the Boomstick Award winners that are in here and have them come up and pass off last year. So is Dan Flicky here?
No.
Dan Flicky is our 2010 Boomstick Award winner from Jeffrey Say. In 2011, and last year we had a wonderful movie, Low End, made by Scott Bazin and Todd Lewis. And if you gentlemen would come up here, please. We would hand you forward. Come up with one of the producers, please.
Memories.
For the first time, for the last time. So what has happened? Tell us, yes, please tell us what's gone on since the Low End since last year.
Jenny, you've actually been in post-production distribution.
Yeah, so, ooh, nice. We submitted Low End to a few things. We got nominated for 2 Maverick Awards, Best Actress for Little Lady Julia, who's not here tonight because she's busy being 13 years old. Then we also got nominated for Best Sound Design. We also got accepted to Moab International Film Festival, and it was funny. I kind of had a little bit of a panic attack wondering who was calling me. I was sick, hanging out on my couch, and got this phone call from Utah, and the guy apologized. He's like, yeah, it's in a week. we have your lodging set up, can you get to Utah in a week? So I was trying to get a hold of my brother-in-law, the truck driver, and I'm like, you going to Utah by any chance? Can I hitch a ride? So we did get to Utah, and then Scott was bitching a little bit about, yeah, we're screening alongside some crappy movie about cannibalism.
Turkey?
And I was like, cool, turkey, hell yeah! So, yeah, so we got to screen there in that short block with that shitty movie, I don't know, same fan base,
Just
I
one
guess.
best chill, by the way.
Yeah, whatever.
Isn't it great? What is it great when two war titans fight like that? It's so sweet. Warms my heart. It's so beautiful.
So that's it. I don't think there's anything else to talk about, really.
Yeah, well, we've been like turned down for quite a few film festivals, but we just keep.
But they suck anyway, so it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
you know, screw Sundance, whatever. He wouldn't play cold turkey, am I right?
Right.
Say something nice at the end.
No. Hans tell me, and that was fantastic.
It was cute, kind of rapey.
Right now, we're writing something that we have no idea where it's going, where it's been, anything. So, but we're writing.
Okay, all right. That's
Great.
great.
That's
We'll
good.
just jump right in. That's it?
What?
You all caught up? Todd, you all caught up?
That's it, yeah. Same thing. Okay, so
That's awesome.
All the words are gone. Who
and
does
have a
this?
great time at Thriller Children?
Yes.
Amazing. I would say I got to see maybe a half of the films that I desperately wanted to see. Amazing films. I mean, they've been great each year, but this year, holy crap! Just out of everything, the films over and over again, just playing, just running it. So great.
Get your movie playing that block?
Except, well, okay, I'll look that way. Yeah,
Tell me, who wanna
absolutely.
watch that?
Asina was fantastic. Loved it. Yeah, and the Telltale Heart.
Very on. Very on. Thank you. Thank you.
So I know the suspense is killing all of us, and so we're going to pass this over to Shirley to make the announcement, and whoever that is in this crowd, just come on up and pass it on. Oh, sure, the Boomstick Award. I'm going to let you do it then. I should mention that this year's Boomstick Award winner, I know he hates when I do that, but I can't help myself, is also going to win $800 from BeatSuite.com credit towards music. So they can use that in their next production or however they see fit.
So the boomstick was created because we love Evil Dead, obviously, in Army of Darkness, and he holds it up in Army of Darkness. So this sweet baby was made in Grand Rapids, Michigan. But the boomstick is really, all the Michigan films that were in the festival are nominated for the boomstick. The boomstick goes to, it's hard to say the best Michigan film. There's a lot of criteria. It was very hard this year for us to pick which one to give the boomstick to. And I'm not even going to go into it now if you want to.
Bias Beers is insane, and just, you know, it's an honor to work with Chris and founding this festival and making it happen, and I would never want to go down that road and continue to argue or perpetuate that, but we do have those conversations. We get upset with each other, and we talk about where our role is in it, and yet try to divorce ourselves with some objectivity so that it still maintains its integrity. Anytime you point into your tribe and go, I like this one, or this one, you know, that's not us. We want you to know that if you play at Thriller Children, you got in on your own scheme. We don't have special curves for Michigan films. You are competing on an international level with international films. Thank you very much for honoring us with your movie. We very much appreciate it.
So, without further ado, Shirley, you're next to the minute.
Actually, I feel the gravity of this situation of how
We have no
how
idea.
hard it was to make this decision, so I have a little joke to lighten everything if you're
Sure.
lighten the mood.
Let's turn up the pressure. I love it.
Just
That's
saying.
good.
And when we go to the bar later, do not let Dan Felicki convince you to go to Denny's for grilled cheese. You will regret it. and most of you know what that means because you've been there with it. Anyway, you have met the criteria, Jacob De La Rosa. Bring on the big song.
because I really didn't think I was going to win anything. So thank you. Oh my God. It took 3 years to make this movie, and I have a gun now. So imagine what I can do in my next film. No, I had a lot of really, really awesome people work on this movie with me, and I'm getting verklempt. I couldn't have done it without any of them, and I really appreciate everything that Thriller Chiller did to bring it here to be seen, and everything that everybody, cast, crew, everyone who donated money to get Tom Baker in the movie, everything. Just, I couldn't have done this movie without half the world. So, thank you, and thank you so much for this award.
Well, I guess we can sing. I want to say yes. I want to sing Great Lights in case of love. With those two catch a team.
You're not gonna sing.
Not this time.
Thank you everybody for coming out though, supporting the festival, supporting the independent films. This was actually the first year that we didn't play any kind of Hollywood classic feature, except for Night of the Living Dead, which was a tradition to kick it off with that. We'll never stop doing that. But we usually play those movies, and this year we thought the field was so strong that we didn't feel we needed to do it. So thank you to the filmmakers who submitted such great work this year. And thank you to everyone for coming out and supporting it. And in about 10 minutes, America's Most Haunted will begin in here, preceded by Shift's End. And in the B Theater, we have Revenge Flame of Hayabusa, and followed by the feature On Air, which just won Best Throw.
Yeah, we're going to do pictures, get beers, hang out for 10, 15 minutes, we'll roll guns on everything. Thank you all very much for being here. God bless you.